What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer. Today we're playing Killing Floor 2 in 2024, 8 years later. Game still has a lot of life left in it, even though Killing Floor 3 is coming out and the game will soon become obsolete. Well, that's assuming Killing Floor 3 is good. We might have a Payday 3 situation on our hands and people are just going to go back and play the old game. Hopefully not, but Killing Floor 2 is a great example of the sequel being better than the original game in almost every way imaginable. From just the core gameplay, the map design, everything has improved drastically from Killing Floor 1, and Killing Floor 1 was great. I already covered the game in a previous video, but yeah, Killing Floor 2 is a game that I actually have a lot of history with. I played it when it first became free on the PlayStation Plus. I think this was back in 2017, and I remember having so much fun with it. One of my most played games on the PS4, not realizing that the PC version was even better with the mod support, download straight from the Steam Workshop, so many custom maps, literally thousands of maps that you can download and easily install because it's through the workshop. You don't have to download files and insert it into your directory and figure out all this. It's easy as hell. And even if there's a custom game going on, you just join the server and it downloads the shit automatically, which is great. And that's why I think games like Back 4 Blood are a complete waste of time, because the mod support is non-existent compared to games like Left 4 Dead, Killing Floor, Black Ops 3 Zombies, of course. Those are all goated games, especially on PC, because of how much modded content is available for you and how easy it is to use it. But it's the perfect game whether you're someone who's a veteran and you're coming back after however many years, or if you're getting into it for the first time. There's a wide variety of difficulty modes that people play. They play normal, they play the hardest mode, they play everything, all in between. So there's lots of variety there, because there are a lot of older games that have co-op where the hardest mode is the only one playable because the game has a small player base and is only the most hardcore people that are still on. Not in the case of Killing Floor 2, thankfully. Of course, I would recommend the PC version of the game, but the console versions are okay too. If you have no other choice, if you somehow cannot run this game on PC, even though it's close to a decade old, but I imagine there are some PCs that can't handle this game still. There's such a wide variety of different zombies to kill, and they all have different ways that you have to deal with them. There's one that comes at you, it has these swords for hands, and if you try to get too close to them, they will fuck you up. There's also, of course, the clowns. There's a whole bunch of different zombie types that are really good and add a lot of variety to the gameplay experience. Plenty of weapons, of course, to choose from. Upgrading weapons is part of the progression. You unlock certain attachments and abilities through the in-game currency that you earn as you get more kills, and it's basically based on your performance of the game. There's also different customization options. The typical formula for Killing Floor 2 is that you have 10 waves, and each wave gets harder and harder, but it's usually capped at 10. But if you want to go endless round, you have the option to do that as well. So plenty of different settings and different things that you could do based on your playstyle. I think this is a game that's for everybody, especially on PC. There's just so much you can do to tailor it to your personal preferences and experience it in your own way. It's a really good game, especially if you had friends. You could play up to 6 people, actually more than that. If you are on PC, you can join a custom server that supports even more than 6 players. But yeah, it's a great co-op experience, great zombie game, one of the best zombie games of all time, and I don't think anyone can really argue against that. Despite being almost a decade old, I think it holds up very well. It doesn't really feel like it's aged all that much, though I'm sure when Killing Floor 3 comes out, it's gonna blow Killing Floor 2 out of the water. At least that's what I hope. But I honestly can't think of a zombie co-op game that has come out after that is just so much better, graphically speaking, gameplay-wise. No, this is still the peak of the zombie co-op genre, and it's just a great time. Definitely play it if you never have before, because if you haven't, you really missed out on an amazing game. I would especially recommend this to Call of Duty Zombies players who have not been getting some good content over the past few years. Between Vanguard and MW3, Cold War was actually okay, but Black Ops 4 was another one that wasn't that great. Black Ops 3 was really the last great zombies experience for the COD series. So yeah, if you're looking for some more zombies, I think this would be a great game for you to play. And a great game for you to play with your friends, assuming you can all play on the same platform, because it does not support crossplay, sadly. But yeah, overall, still a great game in 2024. It's probably even better now than it was back then, just because of all the custom content that's been added in, and I just really can't see anybody not having a good time with this game. Unlike the Payday community, the Killing Floor community is really cool, and even if you don't have any friends to play it with, if you play with the randoms, you're still gonna have fun. I just can't recommend this game enough. One of the greatest zombie games of all time.